Good morning, students, and welcome to Chanakya Academy. Today's online classroom of Standard 12th Commerce. Today, we are going to start our new subject, that is SP. Today, we are going to start our first chapter of CC, that is Bank Correspondence. Now, let us start our first chapter. And before starting our first chapter, we should understand the meaning of bank and bank correspondence. Now, what do you mean by bank? In simple language, we are knowing what do you mean by bank. A bank is a financial institution that accept deposit from the public and create deposit demand. Lending activities can be performed either directly or indirectly through capital market. Due to their importance and financial stability of a country, banks are highly regulated in most of the countries. Now, in simple language, a bank is a financial institution where customer can save or borrow money. Bank also invest money to build up their reserve of money. They used to regulate by the rules and regulations. Bank has their own rules and regulation which are regulated by RBI. Bank used to provide the facility to the customers such as providing ATM cards, debit cards, etc. Customer money may be placed in bank for safekeeping. Bank may give loan to the customers under an agreement to pay the money bank to the bank at a later time with interest. Now we can have an example that a man used to take the loan for the purchase of new house, new apartment, for any kind of business, educational loans, or for the purchase of new car. Bank also provide the loan facilities for the farmers, and they used to provide the loans to the needy peoples who required money for any kind of reason. Bank also can use the money they have from deposit account to invest in business in order to make more money. Now I hope you are clear with the word bank, and now we will see what do you mean by banking. Banking is a service industry providing service to those who want to lend, borrow, or invest their money. That means the banking used to take the deposit from the general public and they used to provide the loan to the general public. Here they will pay the interest to the depositors, and bank used to take the interest from the people whom they have given the loan. Now, what do you mean by bank correspondence? Any letter exchanged between bank and its client, or any other letter written by bank or any other party else for performing its banking activity is known as bank related activities or banking correspondence. Now, in simple word, we can say that it is a medium of communication for bank. It is a medium of communication between the bankers and for the clients of the bank. We can say that they can exchange their important, or they can take the medium of communication for any kind of problems. Customers can write a letter, customer can do the email to the banker so that their problems, or they are having any kinds of problem, can be solved by the bank. Now I hope you are clear with both the words what do you mean by bank and what do you mean by bank correspondence. Now let us start our chapter. Now, as per our chapter, bank is the integral part of a trade and commerce, economic dealings and financial management of any nation. From the common man to industrialist, from an actor to a politician, every person takes the services of the bank. As we all know, in today's era, each and every common person or any huge industrialist, any entrepreneur, or any kind of politician, they used to take the services of the bank. They used to deposit their savings, they used to deposit their profits in bank, and they used to invest their money in the market. Now, there are different types of bank available in our country. This is not in your textbook, but for information I used to provide this. Commercial bank. These banks play the most important role in modern economic organization. And today, many of the businesses used to open their bank account in commercial banks. Exchange bank. Exchange bank finance mostly the foreign trades of the country. Industrial bank, agriculture bank, saving bank, central banks and utility banks are available in our country. For example, agriculture bank. There are different types of agriculture bank available in our country. For example, IDBI bank. That bank is for the agriculture sectors. They used to provide loan to the agriculture sectors and they used to work for the development of the agriculture bank. And they used to work for the development of agriculture. Now, the important topic, that is RBI. Now, each and every bank of our country is regulated by RBI. RBI used to take the decisions regarding the banks. They used to form the rules, regulations and policy. According to their policies, bank used to work. The Reserve Bank of India is the India's central bank, which controls the issues and supply of the Indian rupee. RBI is the regulator of entire banking in India. RBI plays an important role in developing strategies of the government. RBI used to help the government to form different strategies for the development of our country. The headquarters of RBI is in Mumbai, or we can say Maharashtra, India. RBI used to regulate the commercial banks and non-banking finance companies working in India. It serves as a leader of the banking system and money market. It regulates money supply and credit in the country. The RBI carries out India's monetary policy and exercise supervision and control over the bank and non-banking financial companies. That means RBI used to build many times. RBI used to form the policy such as monetary policy, fiscal policy. Due to that, government can take the decisions regarding it. RBI was set up in 1935 under the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Today, RBI used to form the each and every policies which are being used by the government for the development of our country. I hope you are clear with the word RBI and how RBI used to work. Now, what do you mean by bank correspondence? Any communication with bank should be in simple style, precise language and in prescribed form. That we already know. The communication can be made effective by using a good language, or we can say using a proper language and in form of precise. If the language would be huge, or a language could not be understood by the people, then there will be no means of communication. So the language which is being used in communication should be clear and precise, so the person who are replying or the person whom you are going to communicate could easily understand what you are going to say. Secrecy should be maintained as it deals with money matter. Precision and punctuality are highly required in bank correspondence. That is really because bank used to deal in form of money, so each and every secret should be maintained secrecy, so the secrets cannot be go outside. In bank correspondence, the account numbers and type of account should be mentioned. That means saving account of the current saving account or current account. Before doing the communication, if any client is writing any kind of letter to the bank, then that person has to maintain each and every information which is required for the bank, so that the problem which they are facing, bank employees can clear the problem. While writing the letters, the client has to mention which type of account they are having, till how many times they are having, till from how many years he is having account, and extra information he has to provide, or he has to mention that which kind of account he is having, saving account or a current account, so that bank employees can easily clear their problem. Bank correspondence is used for the communication taken place with bank. Now, there are many reasons to do communication with the bank. letter written to open an account, letter written to stop payment of check, letter written to get overdraft facility, letter written to close the account, letter written to open demat account, letter written to get educational loan. These are the above mentioned reasons for which mostly customers used to do communication with the bank. Now there are many more. Letter written to get locker facilities in bank, letter written to get the facility of credit cards, debit cards, ATM cards, etc. Letter written to inform the loss of credit card, debit card or ATM card. Now there are many other letters. These above mentioned letters were for the getting the facilities from the bank. Now people used to write the complaint letters for the banks too. Letter complaining about the wrong dishonor of check by bank, letter drawing attention toward an error in bank statement, letter complaining about the rude behavior of a bank employee. These are also the condition where customers used to write the letters to the bank. I hope you are clear till this. Now examples of bank correspondence. Now we will see each and every type of letters written to the bank with an example. Now letter to open bank account. Generally we know that for opening a bank account we used to not to write a letter. Generally we used to go to bank directly, and from bank employee used to provide a form and we have to fill that form and we have to submit that form to the bank. Bank used to start the procedure according to that and they will open our bank account. We don't have to write any kind of letter to the bank for opening our bank account. That we all know. Okay. Now this is the format of a form which is given by the bank to open a bank account. Here each and information bank used to ask and we have to fill in this and then we have to submit our form, that so that the employees of the bank can open our bank account easily. I hope you are clear till this. After filling this form, bank used to take some amount of deposit which we have to keep in our account as a minimum balance, we can say. After taking that, your bank account can be opened in 1 week or in 4 to 5 days. I hope you are clear till here. Now only for opening a bank account we don't have to write a letter. For rest of all which points we have seen, for each and everything we have to write a letter to the bank so that bank can take the charge regarding it. Okay, thank you. I am telling here so that after next topic is starting the letters. Now for letters we are going to use the example which are given in your textbook. So once you all have to read each and every letters so that you can understand that what kind of letters should be written, what kind of the letter would be written to the bank so that bank can take the charges regarding that. Now as we have seen here that for each and everything letter written to stop payment of check, letter written to overdraft facility, each and every steps we have to write a letter. For example, if you are writing a letter for getting the stop payment of check or you are writing a letter for getting the overdraft facility, you have to use the proper format for writing a letter. Here I am going to tell you that how you have to build the format. Before I can say that, okay, now in next video we are going to see the different types of letter, how we can write a letter to the bank and how bank used to reply on your letters. Thank you. I hope today what we have learned would be clear in your mind, and if you are having any kind of queries you can contact me anytime. Thank you and have a nice day.